Hey, it's Jazz. What's up? My first video is going to be about me getting my first tattoo. I had no idea what I was doing, but here you go. We'll talk about it. First step of getting my tattoo is deciding what tattoo to get. So I went on Pinterest for like a couple hours on my phone, just checking it out, see what happens. Until finally I saw something that was significant for me, which was a tattoo image of a mom and daughter. I was like, this is perfect. I've been always wanting a tattoo. I just have to see what hubby thinks. And hubby is Luis. So Luis is the one that helped me out and helped me. Thanks, hubby. Aww. And you see, he gave me one too. And he's the one that helped me choose what tattoo I wanted to get. A lot of them. He has like 5 or more. I'm not exactly sure how many. I forget. Obviously, because it's my first time, I'm like, oh, I could totally do a big one. Yeah, no. So we did it on Mother's Day. Well, the day before Mother's Day. It was a Saturday. Just had to decide where I wanted to place it. And either my inner forearm or my back shoulder. And that's for sure, I always wanted them there. Inner forearm would always be very painful because it's my first tattoo. So I took that into consideration. I was like, I can't really tolerate pain. I can maybe do my back shoulder, So I did my back shoulder. Anthony is a tattoo artist that did all of Luis's tattoos before. Actually, Anthony has a really cool shop. It's private. It's not really like anybody else there. It's kind of peaceful in a way. It made me kind of calm down once knowing that it's just going to be me in there and Luis and Anthony. There's a heart between the mom and the baby where I got my tattoo. And he's like, do you want to place Leia's birthstone in there? And I thought that was the best idea he could have ever said. I totally forgot about that heart. I just thought it was going to be black and white too. But no, he had the greatest idea. He was just like, why don't you put her birthstone? And I was like, that's great, yeah. And he's preparing all his needles and stuff and all his everything. And then I just hear it. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, okay, let's do this. I was not ready. I was in my head, I was just freaking out. I a little baby Jasmine freaking out. Oh, is it good? Is it happening? Is it gonna happen? And they're like, yeah, we already started. And I was just like, what? I didn't feel anything. I was just like this, literally the whole time. And then all of a sudden, I got to shading. Yeah, shading hurts. Not like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Yeah, it hurts. As you saw, the shading is right there. It was intense. There was a lot of shading in my image, and I had no idea. But you know what? At the long and the end of the road, it was great. And the environment was great. I was watching Rick and Morty, my favorite show. I used to watch it when I was pregnant, which is hilarious because I thought it was ironic that I was getting my image of my baby, and then I happened to see an episode of Rick and Morty that I saw when I was pregnant, and I used to always see it all the time. So then it's the very end. The very end, he starts putting a numbing cream. And the numbing cream, oh my God, it helped out so much. And he goes, this is the part where it's gonna hurt. This is why I'm putting the numbing cream. I was scared. I was like, this numbing cream's not gonna help. It did. I did not feel anything at all. And then it finally happened. He was just like, I'm done, Jasmine. Go ahead and look. I look and I was like, oh my God, this is so pretty. I'm so happy. I'm happy with my decision. This is the best thing that could have happened. It was placed perfectly on my shoulder. It didn't look bad at all. The hair looks amazing on the woman. You'll see it. I promise. I'll make Luis put it in the image somewhere here. And it looks great. It's everything I ever wanted. Anthony placed this seal kind of thing. and it was supposed to help my tattoo like heal, which totally did. Like that seals, it was supposed to help it breathe and help it medicate by itself and stuff, so on and so forth. And it's like a baby, like basically a second skin. And like it helped out so much. Like my tattoos looked amazing. We get to the recovery. I had no idea recovery is a lot more work than what I expected. Like we had to do so many things, and Luis was teaching me everything. Thank God Luis has gone through this so many times before. Like he helped me figure out like what I have to put on it, what I have to do when I first get it, how I can't do certain things. Like if I would have not known that and I would have gotten it like years before, I would have been like ruining my whole tattoo. And then I had peeling. Peeling is another stage of having a first tattoo. I looked like a snake and I was freaking out. Why am I so itchy? That's when I started using A&D. So A&D is like this ointment, and you usually put it on tattoos, but you put like a very, very thin layer. Like right now, I'll show you guys a representation of how it looks like. Because it's a fresh wound, basically. You have to make sure it's healed correctly, so then all the like ink stays in, and you want to make sure your image stays the way it is. And I didn't know all this process, but yeah, that was my first tattoo experience, and everyone else has an experience that's way different than everybody else, but I am so glad that my experience was a lot easier than many others. Anthony's Instagram is going to be right over here. You guys can follow it and see what he's up to. He does a really good job. Like he did my first tattoo. Alright, this is the end of my video. If you guys like, please subscribe, please comment, please like. I want to make all these videos to help out other moms, other first timers, because I'm going to have a lot of first times of everything. So I'll see you guys next time, okay?